Okay, hi everybody, welcome to my first video. I've chosen this to be my first video because if you're going to open a bag of slime from 25 years ago, you're going to want to do it on camera. And that's partially because I might die being exposed to noxious chemicals in the process of doing this. And that's just because I have no idea what's in this thing, how it is preserved over the years, or what we're really getting into with this. So I thought it would be an interesting and fun sort of unboxing idea. So what we have here is a Goosebumps monster bag. Now, about 2.5, 3 months ago, I found out about a collection of 4 Goosebumps action figures, like jointed posable figures in the traditional sense from the classic era of 96. They're numbered based on the spine number from the books, and they were Night of the Living Dummy, One Day at Horrorland, The Scarecrow Walks at Midnight, and what we have here, The Girl Who Cried Monster, which I thought was kind of the most interesting one in the sense that you don't really see The Girl Who Cried Monster in much of the marketing and in the key art for Goosebumps. And I have a theory as to why they went with this one, and I'll get to that in a bit. But what we have here, ostensibly, is an action figure that has been trapped inside this bag for 25 years. This bag of slime, which is actually quite rare. I'm pretty sure these were only sold in Spain or a non-US territory. And as such, I don't recommend doing this at home for multiple reasons. One, because these bags are very expensive, and 2, because, like I said, this might be evidence of my death. So it comes with, I want to say a knife, but calling this a knife would be a little generous. More of like a Goosebumps spatula with which you're supposed to open the bag. And then on the back here, it says that you're supposed to soak this for 5 minutes fully submerged, and then you're supposed to open it. So I did pre-fill my big bowl of water here, and we're going to drop this sack in, get it down, get down there. Okay, so it's been about 5 minutes, and you can now see that our water has turned this kind of dirty green color. Yeah, I mean, there's a reason I'm wearing gloves. I have no idea what I'm getting into with this thing, opening it 25 years after it came out. I'm pretty sure that's not what the toy makers intended with these, but I am now ready to take it out of the water and see what sort of hell we hath wrought. I can also tell you the bag has gotten significantly heavier since my initial putting it in there, and it does kind of feel like a heavy bag of rice. I feel like I could be opening this with a regular knife, but that's part of why I'm wearing gloves, is because I have no idea what's inside, if it's toxic to the touch. I mean, this stuff just, you know, some things weren't meant to be meddled with. So I'm going to use this thing, and here we go. It's actually quite difficult to poke through the surface of this thing. There we go. Pretty gross, not gonna lie. Oh boy. I'd hope to maybe save the bag. That's not gonna happen. It kind of looks like the stuff that comes in like a snow cone or something. You can kind of see the food coloring is kind of redistributed to different parts of the bag over time. And somewhere in here, there's a figure. There's the torso. Looks like an arm of some sort. Got a couple legs. Definitely the head. And another arm. And then there's some accessories in here. And yeah, that's sort of the contents of the bag. I'm going to get him cleaned up. I'm going to change my gloves. I'm going to put down a fresh surface here, and we're going to take a look at the figure. Okay, so here is the completed figure. It is Mr. Mortman, as he appears in The Girl Who Cried Monster. Now, when you think of Goosebumps, you think of Slappy, you think of Curly the Skeleton, you think of Horrorland. You never think about Mr. Mortman or this book. And I've never really seen merchandise of him before. So I have my theory on why they chose him. Look at that gut. He's thick. Anyway, The Girl Who Cried Monster was the first episode of the show. And I'm pretty sure, given the time period, these bags came out in 96, that's why they went with this character. Whereas the Slappy and the Horror and the Scarecrow in this series are all modeled pretty closely on their appearance on the book covers. This guy never appeared in his fully transformed state on the number 8 book cover, but this is actually a very accurate sculpt right down to the like Professor Vest and turtleneck look from the episode, which was the first episode of the show, and I still remember the promos for that episode of the show before it aired. So I'm guessing they were kind of trying to cross-promote the show by doing this character, and I appreciate it. It's one of those things that you never thought you would ever see in toy form, and I'm pretty sure R.L. Stine himself could never have predicted this one. But yeah, like I said, it's a really accurate sculpt. His thing is kind of eating bugs, so it comes with, you know, a spider, a fly, and like a roach. And the limbs do pop off pretty easily. And you're left with a bit of that like green residue stain from the shit in the bag. But overall, it's a really nice representation of the character, and I'm really happy to have him. And that's about it. That's what happens when you open a toxic bag of slime from 25 years ago. So far, I'm still alive, so that's good. And yeah, thanks for watching. If you've watched this far, I would not really recommend picking these up for the price that they are, unless you're a hardcore Goosebumps fan and want to experience the mess that I just did. But yeah, if you like this, maybe I'll do more videos, and have a great day.